Hiya folks, it's 12:15 on the 16th of October. Bit different, it's Mercury retrograde, so I thought why not. Those of you who have seen me lecture know that I know of a person called John Martineau who's done some fantastic stuff with spatial geometry and the geometric patterns that the planets make with each other. So, if I were to say to you, the great you out there, that it can be mathematically proven that the position of the planets in the sky and their orbital rotational speeds are not random, but they are part of a specific geometric pattern, most of you would go, that's rubbish, how can that be? Well, if you extrapolate and refine that type of concept of feeling that there is a greater pattern out there than we can be aware of, down to the micro level, in the immediate short term, it's equally as obvious. We had an eclipse of the moon a few days ago at 15 degrees of Libra. We're going to have an eclipse of the sun shortly at 0/1 degree of Scorpio. I find it ironic that the first eclipse occurs just after the Mercury retrograde starts and the second eclipse occurs just before the Mercury retrograde ends, but both eclipses are in a Mercury retrograde. I find it even more ironic and more than a little spooky that when Mercury decides to go retrograde a few weeks ago now, it stood still at 2 degrees of Scorpio, very close to the second eclipse. When it stands still and goes forward again, it stands still at 16 degrees of Libra, right on top of the first eclipse. It makes me feel a little bit that there are forces at work here that are completely out of humanity's perceptive range. And it does encourage me to believe that God, whatever you want to call it, does indeed play dice with the universe. But there is both randomicity but also purpose. And that astrology is an excellent metaphor for understanding this. In that light, it has to be said that certain people are within this time frame of this eclipses and of the Mercury retrograde are under a great deal of compressed pressure at the moment. To a lesser extent, it is those Capricorns born from the 6th to the 23rd of January, and also those Cancers born from the 8th to the 25th of July. I'm well aware that also incorporates a very few people at the start of Aquarius and at the start of Leo. You're getting hit as a kind of sideswipe by these eclipses, and it's frustrating and irritating and blocking when circumstances around you are changing. But the people who are being directly affected, two groups. There's primarily those people born at the end of Aries and the very start of Taurus, born from the 5th to the 23rd of April, with both eclipses and the Mercury retrograde either conjuncting or opposing you, and the Mercury retrograde opposite you all of this time. It's an extremely confusing time. You may be worried about your personal sanctity or safety, and there is a degree of caution needed in the short term because it would be very easy to make wrong decisions or wrong choices. And if you're born during the middle 2 weeks of April, 5th to the 23rd, then the next 2 weeks is not a good time for making long-term permanent plans or taking long-term permanent actions. It's really not. It's time to sit tight, be Teflon coated, and not take chances. Similarly, those people born from the 9th to the 26th of October being affected directly by both the Mercury retrograde and the eclipse of the sun, that's partial eclipse of the sun that's coming up. You also are in a position now of almost endgame. There is new beginnings starting, a much more peaceful time emerging, but one more big fence. And with all of these people, and to the world in general, folks, it's Mercury bloody retrograde. Stop worrying. There's nothing you can do to change it apart from worry more. What a waste of time that and energy that is. Another, where are we? It's Thursday. Another 9.5 days. Mercury stops going retrograde. It's conjunct the Sun now. Within 24 hours, Mercury will be behind the Sun. It's going to be slipping back and it's going to change. The freneticism is coming to a close. Another 10 days we'll start being able to get the facts and the information and the feelings together, and another 2 weeks you'll be able to start making much more informed decisions than you can now. It sounds so crap, but take a chill pill, world. No point in worrying. Catch you later. Bye.